Just checked the weather forecast. We're expecting -3, -4 overnight. That'll be pretty cold, but I have brought my full winter setup anyway, so I should be okay. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Affric Kintail Way, from Drumnadrochit on the shores of Loch Ness all the way to the west coast at Kintail, and I couldn't have asked for any better weather. I've been on weather watch for the last couple of weeks, trying to anticipate where the best of the weather in the country will be, and eventually I plumped for the north of Scotland, and fingers crossed we should get this all week. So I plan to do this walk over 3.5 days, or maybe 3 and a bit, and I'll tell you why. So I've parked at Kintail, just outside a little hamlet called Morvick, and I've taken the bus to Drumnadrochit to start the walk. So I'm kind of at the mercy of public transport. The bus got me into Drumnadrochit about 12 o'clock. I think there's an official start point where there's some information boards, but I didn't see that. I just got straight off the bus. I've got everything that I need for the next 3 to 4 days. It's all in my rucksack, and I just got on the trail and started walking. So my plan is on the first night to walk to the outskirts of a village called Cannock. Sunset's around about 6:30, so I want to be pitched up long before that. I've got a really long day planned on the second day, a medium day of around about 12 to 15 miles on day 3, and in the morning, because of where I'm staying, I should only have a few miles to walk out and back to the car. Well, just look at these views opening up now as we gain a bit of height. This trail was first established in about 2015. It's one of Scotland's great trails. It's been on my list for a couple of years, and now I'm eventually getting the opportunity to do it. Magnificent. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is, if you've seen my last video, you'll know that I bought myself a new backpacking tent. It's an Ultralight Durston X-Mid Pro 2. It weighs in at 565 grams. It's made a significant weight saving in my pack, which has allowed me to pack more food in one go, I think, because once I get past Cannock, there are no other resupply points until I get back to the car at Kintail. So for the most part, I have to be self-sufficient. What there is though, there is an abundance of water. I shouldn't have too much trouble finding really good water sources. I will filter, of course, but this is magnificent. Wow, what a start. So when the route begins, you start to pass through some beautiful pine forestry. It's absolutely stunning. Smell of the pine, noise of the birds in there, absolutely fantastic. But eventually you pop out and the views open up. So I know from watching a lot of other videos that there's been some extensive forestry work done here, and it has opened the views up a treat. And you can see the mountains in the background. That's what we're heading towards, or generally speaking anyway. And these forestry tracks make for really good walking. So I've been walking about the best part of about 1 hour and 3/4. Been following the River Enric ever since we left Drumnadrochit. And we should, when I just get beyond here, get some views of Loch Mickley. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. So we dropped a little bit of height. I'm going to have something to eat. I'm quite hungry. And because I'm carrying food for 3.5, 4 days, my pack really weighs a lot. So I've also packed some food for snacking on. Stuff that is light and calorie dense. So I've got some cheese slices, and I'm going to have these with some nuts as well. And I've got some salami for later. But a lot of the food that I'm taking is just what I had in the cupboard at home. Some of it is dried stuff that I've had for a while, mug shots, that type of thing, pasta and sauce. And some of the other stuff is from the army ration packs, which is wet food and it needs to boil in the bag. I think that's what's contributing to the weight. So when I get to first camp tonight, I think I'll have the army ration stuff, and hopefully that'll then reduce the pack weight slightly. It's just what you'd expect, maybe a bit smoky. So there you go. I didn't think we were going to get a glimpse of that loch. Path seems to stay quite high, quite some distance from it. So I think that's about the best we're going to get. But when that sun's out, it's so warm, so beautiful. But as soon as you go into any sort of thick forestry, you really start to feel the cold. Check me out complaining. Now that's more like it. That view really has opened up. That's brilliant. So just when you pass through the hamlet of Shenville, you've got a decision to make. You can carry on and eventually you parallel the road and join the road, and that'll take you all the way into Cannock. Or you can do what I'm doing. You can head north, you'll get to the road and you'll cross over, and then you'll carry on heading north. It does add about an extra mile to your journey, but when the weather's like this, why would you want to cut it short? Well, it's up and I'm not entirely convinced by the sturdiness of my pitch. It looks all right in certain places, but in others, I just don't know. It looks see-through as well. Better not be getting up to anything. But what a fantastic pitch this is. I've been looking on the map. You can see all the mountain range that I bypassed this afternoon. Just simply amazing. I've spent the best part, I've just spent the best part of 25 minutes putting this up. I think I need to get my kit inside, I need to get a brew on, I need to get some food inside me, because I'm struggling a bit here. Let's just get inside now, I'll make a few more adjustments and see how it goes. So I brought my OEX jet boil tonight. Let's get that put together. So no hippie tea bags tonight, they've over and done with, but what I did do, I collected some pine needles as I've been going round. I'm going to make some pine needle tea. That's packed with vitamin C, more vitamin C than an orange. Remember where you heard it, folks. Just going to boil this up, shouldn't take too long, and then I'm going to get some food on. Still really warm, there's still some power left in that sun. Don't feel as if I've got to get changed into my bedclothes yet. God, that's literally taken seconds and it's nearly there. Okay, let that steep for a little while, and I'll filter some more water and then I'll get some boiling the bag stuff on. So I'm pretty hungry. It's about 5:15 now. Absolutely superb location. So while the water boils, let's just see what this tea is like. That's quite sweet, and of course it's very hot. Beautiful. And for my first course tonight, I'm going with an army ration pack, sausage casserole. So let's see what this is like. It's the colour of baby sick. You know when you've got it in your mind that you're going to get some decent sausages? Like you get from the butchers, or the ones like you get from the Heinz beans thing. I'll show you there. Whoops. Some nice chunks of vegetable. And the sauce isn't bad. Temperature just starting to dip a bit now. Not surprisingly really. Sun's going to dip behind those trees. Almost had a disaster. So I'll just bring you around and show you. But so if you can see the ignition switch on the OEX Aero, that's been intermittent. So sometimes it works first time, and a couple of other times I've really found it difficult to get it to ignite. And guess what I didn't bring? I didn't bring a lighter. Hopefully I can get it to light for my last brew later on. And I can boil some water up for a hot water bottle as well. If I can't get a hot brew in the morning, it's not the end of the world. But it is what it is. And I shall put that in there to warm. Right, so let's see what this cheesy pasta's like. It's been keeping me warm for the last 10 minutes. There you go. So I'll get that eaten and then I'll bring you back once I'm inside the tent. So I've been for a little wander and I'm going to come back to the tent now and I'll show you my setup inside. Just check the weather forecast. We're expecting -3, -4 overnight. That'll be pretty cold, but I have brought my full winter setup anyway, so I should be okay. Let's have a look inside. So I've got my OEX Leviathan. That's my winter bag. Inside that I've got my OEX Thermalite sleeping bag liner, a little bit of extra warmth there. Underneath I've got my Cedar Summit mat. I've got another bit of reflective foil as well. Finally, I've just wrapped the bottom of my bag in my rain jacket just in case it comes in contact with the side of the tent and there's a little bit of condensation overnight. So it's about 8:15. I'm pretty knackered. I think I'm going to get my hot water bottle on now, just try and get some sleep. I've had a brilliant first day. The weather's been really kind to me. The scenery's been fantastic. Watched a lot of videos about the Affric Kintail Way before I came up here. Most of them involved a lot of rain. Just with walking through all that forestry, I kind of got the impression that it was a little bit tedious, and that's how people felt until they got to the back end of the walk. Well, I can absolutely assure you it is not tedious. It was absolutely stunning today. I've had a fantastic time. It's been brilliant. So unless anything else happens, I'll bring you back in the morning for part 2.